Hey guys, welcome to the shop. I'm Fred. So yeah, I haven't been doing anything for the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to reorganize my shop. As you notice, I got rid of that big old stainless steel butcher table I had here. I had the recyclers come pick it up. It was taking up too much room. I need to maximize my space, and it was too long. So this video is strictly going to be an update. I've got my welders I want to put over here. In this spot here, I'm going to build a new welding trolley or a welding cart. And I've got a new table that I'm going to be building pretty soon. That's going to fit over here on some casters so I can get that thing in and out, because I had to get the argon bottle out the other day, and geez, I had to move the welding table out, get everything out of the way just to get the bottle out. So I'm going to remotely mount both my argon and my MIG mix of gas in the back, and I've got some stainless steel, or I might even use some neoprene hosing to come all the way over to where the cart's going to be. So yeah, the shop is just in a big mess right now. I've got cabinets there, I got cabinets here, I got my wet saw sitting here. Yeah, I got stuff all over the floor, so I don't want to do any fabricating. I did manage to do some stuff on the rotary table. Well, I still have the table still intact, so I'll give you a few shots of that, and we'll come back. All right, hang in there. Okay, guys, so we got the rotary table. I got the covers on, bolted down. Got the other cover on and mounted. So, and I did fix these grub screws here. I put a tiny bit of silicon bronze, a little droplet right on the end there, filled in that little gap, that little concave that was in there with silicon bronze. So that's what I did with all three of the retaining screws that hold down the actual table or the three-jaw chuck. So, and managed to, finish off, tape measure, finish off the magnetic extension here that will be secured to the welding table when I'm welding. So this one here, remember I said it was good for 300 amps. It is, it works well. I was just playing around with it there the other day, just for shits and giggles. And yeah, worked out well. So everything's covered up so nothing can get in there. And I built a bigger control box for the simple reason that the other one was too small, and the heat was building up in there. This is a power supply, the big power supply. It's a 50 amp. And yeah, she was getting a little warm. On the top deck that I'm going to be putting on there, I'm going to mill out some ribs here for the air to circulate so it doesn't overheat. Anyway, so that box is done. Yeah, got it all tigged up. You're not going to believe I made a big boo-boo there last week. You know how the plate comes with this plastic sheet on there. And, you know, when you're not thinking, you're on a big hurry. So I started tigging, and damn, it turned out like crap on the one side. I had to constantly wire it down, and then, yeah, lo and behold, I look inside, and like a dumbass, I forgot to take the plastic off. So that was a big bozo move on my part. But the other corners are all done. Didn't manage to clean them all up, and put a fairly nice TIG weld on there for the aluminum. The one side I was yeah, I was a little embarrassed to actually say that I did that, but yeah, it worked out. So there's my welding rig there. I've got the Avrolast 275 MIG with a Synergy Pulse on it, and then I've got my 255 EXT with the water cooler. You can see it's pretty packed up, and it's pretty tall. Actually, it's so narrow that I'm afraid it's going to tip over one day. So that's the reason I'm going to put in this spot my new welding cart. That old turbo came off a Cummins diesel. I just finished rebuilding there about 15 years ago. I was going to make another jet engine out of it, but no time. So and then I got some hardware there. I've got hardware there. I've got hardware here. I got a big mess in front of my lathe. I got my grinder over there. And I do have all the material to make my new table. That's 3x6 1/4 inch square tubing. So I want it heavy duty. So, and that's gonna go right between this table and where the press is. And the saw will go to the back. So, and at least I'll have my welders very close by where I'm constantly moving stuff around every time I have to do a weld, every time I have to cut. So at least now the saw will go to the back there, torches, or not torches, but all the welders will go here, and the big bottle of argon and weld mixed gas, the MIG weld gas will go to the back there. So yeah, and my phase converter is over there. So I've got my shop pretty well saturated with stuff. So with everything that's going on, I had to make a couple of decisions to make a smaller table, but I think I'm going to leave my welding table in that spot there. That's perfect for me. Have my welders there, so everything will be a little bit neater, and then I can get rid of all these filing cabinets. Have to go underneath the new table, and yeah, so I'm just dying to get all this cleaned up so I can finally get organized again. Keep turning down some small jobs because I can't do anything in here. Anyways, guys, that's about it. Hang in there. Okay, guys, yeah, that's about it. So once I get everything organized, I've got, like I said, stuff all over my grinder, my vise, all my cabinets where I keep all my consumables for my my TIG electrodes, my gloves, my TIG fingers, my cups, everything. It's kind of like all over the place in here. I like to put my wet saw to the back, so whenever I need, I can wheel it out. I don't use that often, but when I do, I'll have room. My welders will go in this corner here, which will give me all this space here. Because you know, when you're working on even when I'm working on the mill, every time I move the table all the way over, it's like I'm doing a, what do you call them, those shimmies to get past that and the welding cart, or past that and the wet saw. So I had to make a decision, and I was going to get rid of that big table, which is nice. It does give me a lot more room. I'm using all the room towards the back. I'll have the table here for the grinder and the belt sander and whatever I need on this little table here. It's going to be like 64 inches, like I said, heavy duty. And I'm going to put on casters so I can move it in and out. So whenever I have to change the MIG or the TIG gas out, it's easy to do. Anyways, guys, I'd like to say thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thanks for all the guys who've been hanging in there with me. And you guys have a great night. Bye for now.